Okay, so here's my review on the Eonon GA6150F. It's their brand new unit. They just released it a week or two ago, and I am one of the first few people to get one. There's a handful of others on the forum. So we'll start off with the install. It went pretty well. No major issues. I ran the microphone and the GPS wire, as well as the rear view camera wire, through the passenger side, under the airbag. I just popped this panel up. It comes off really easy. You just take out that vent and pretty much pull right out on this and it comes out. Then I ran the microphone and the GPS wire underneath that A-pillar across the headliner here, and you can see the GPS right there. And I ran the microphone to the factory spot right here. So I was hoping to clean it up a little bit because the previous owner put the microphone right there with some double-sided tape, which I still got to get off. The camera, same thing through there. And then I came down the door pillar, through the door sills, and there's a factory wiring harness that runs right along this sill, goes up through the back seat here. That armrest thingy pops right off. You just follow the harness all the way through to the trunk. And I got the backup camera that goes where one of the license plate light goes. So that was that. You can actually get the 12 volt for the backup camera out of the wiring here. You don't need to tie it in to the backup lights, which is really nice. Makes it a lot easier to install it. So we'll go ahead and start it up. I'm in a 2002 325xi sedan, but this should really go for any E46 really. My car had just the standard business radio. Go ahead and turn this off. Sorry for the plane in the background here. I'm actually going to roll up the sunroof because it looks like it might rain. So you can see first startup takes 10-20 seconds, no big deal. It is Android based, so we'll let it do its thing here. Alright, so you start out, it goes straight to the radio. I think it remembers whatever you were listening to last. If it doesn't, it'll just default straight to the radio. I can't quite remember which it does. Haven't had much time to really experience it because my car is parked, getting a new bumper on it. So we'll go ahead and go back to the home. So we'll start out with the navigation. When you first start the navigation, it'll give you the choice of which software you'd like to use. I picked Google Maps, and as you can see, works really nice, pretty responsive. It's Google Maps, just like you'd have on your phone. I went ahead and downloaded pretty much the whole regional area. Sorry about that, must have bumped a button on my phone or something. So anyway, I went ahead and downloaded pretty much all the offline maps for my region. Since I do not have a Wi-Fi or 3G dongle. The unit does have built-in Wi-Fi, but it's not the best. You need to be pretty close to whatever hotspot or router or whatever it is you're using, which is not the end of the world. My house is over here, and it can almost pick up the Wi-Fi sometimes. It's hit or miss. So like I said, pretty responsive. I haven't had any issues with it picking up the GPS at all. It always seems to work. So we'll back out. We can go to Bluetooth, I suppose. So it pops right up with this dialer right away. If you want music, you just hit the music icon. Then you can hit play, next, back, whatever it is. I have not seen any album information, song information, stuff like that come through, which kind of sucks. But I am running off of the SD card here. I have all my music there, so it doesn't really matter, which I guess we'll bring on to the music here. this is what really annoys me. So you can see you get your album art, you got your title and all that, but the organization of it is just kind of crap. It goes by folder. So you can see all my album folders here, got all the Three Doors Down, AFI. It just goes by album folder, which kind of sucks. You know, there's not a nice interface. So hitting all songs, it'll just put on a random song, I guess, or it'll start from the first song on your list. Kind of sucks, if I'm honest. You got your equalizer here. I'm not a huge fan of the music interface at all, so I will probably be installing a different app to use for that. Go ahead and pause that. And you can see whatever you have currently playing will pop up right here, whether it's Bluetooth, radio, whatever. So open up the radio, and you can set your presets here just like any other radio. If you hold them, it'll let you name it. So you can type in, say you want to name it My Favorite Station, you can do that. Whatever you want to name it. It'll automatically pick up the, the RMS that it picks up. So you can get your song title, station title, all that stuff. Let's see here. So it does come with a PDF reader installed, and that is because the instructions for the unit come preloaded as well, and they open through Acrobat. Which is pretty nice, especially if you need to reference something. It's all there. So that's nice to have in case you need something. Amplifier, you can change your equalizer and your fader. Haven't messed with this too much yet. I just set it to classic and left it. Fader, it's really cool. You can really pinpoint where you want the fader to sit. I like that a lot. I usually just leave it at the default. But if you need to adjust it for whatever reason, you have a blown speaker, kids in the back or something, that's nice to have. I won't go into the calculator, calendar, clock, all of that, just because there's nothing really to say about them. They just are what they are. Internet browser, same thing, it's just a browser. If you have a DVD playing, you can choose DVD and watch it. I'm not quite sure on the formats it supports, because I don't really plan on watching any DVDs. And it is just Android, so it comes with the Play Store installed right there. So I downloaded Torque and a GPS speedometer, and a Trackmaster, Chrome, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Waze, and thing for my garage door opener. What else here? What else can we get into? We can go through the settings. And this will just look like any other Android settings menu. So you got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that. Some people were wondering about the lights of the unit itself. The camera's showing that as a lot more orange than it really is, but so we'll turn on the headlights, which causes the unit to dim and everything to light up. And you can see you can bring it down. It's RGB lighting, so you can make it whatever color you would really like. It's a bit finicky, but the colors are there for all the people who were worried about that. I did my best to match it up. It's not perfect, but it'll work. So you saw headlights on, it dimmed, and it lit up with all the buttons. Headlights off, and it goes right back to normal. You can adjust brightness, you can change your wallpaper. When you first get your unit, it'll have this ketone enabled. It's really loud and annoying. I turned it off right away. What else can we get into? There's an extra settings here, which you can change. So when you turn the key off, how long will the unit stay in sort of a sleep mode? I set mine to 5 minutes. So basically, if I turn the key off right now, it'll do its thing, shut off. And then as long as I turn the key back on within the next 5 minutes, like so, it'll wake right back up, instead of having to do the full boot that you saw earlier. So I guess we'll get into the last thing here, which will be the steering wheel controls. Pull up radio here. So volume works right away. Next favorite, back favorite, it all works as advertised. No problems there. So yeah, any other questions, let me know. Fitment of the unit fits pretty good, as you can see. There's a little ridge right here. It's just big enough to catch your fingernail on. I did my very best to tuck all the cables away and make it nice and pretty, but I still have this little ridge. It's not the end of the world at all. And I went ahead and ran USB cables into the glove box here. They come down right next to the fuse panel. So that's that. I hope this clarified a lot of stuff that people were asking. I know I had my doubts going into this, but it seems like a good unit so far. So yeah, thanks for watching.